What's up guys, Steven here. Welcome back to another video, and today it's time to talk about the Huawei Watch GT2. So I was using the Huawei Watch GT2 since the release, so for 2 months right now, almost every day. And I was also using the Huawei Watch GT, you can see here the orange version, since the release, so something like 1 year. And today in this video I want to tell you what's new on the Huawei Watch GT2 and also compare it to the predecessor, the Huawei Watch GT. Now, I'm a big fan of watches, but when it comes to smartwatches, I'm actually really picky because I hate it when I have to rechoose my accessories every day. So when I have to recharge them, I forget the charger and the battery is empty after 1 day. That's a no-go for me. Unfortunately, smartwatches with good battery life and good functionality are very limited. But I think Huawei has a pretty good mix between functionality and battery life, and today in this review we'll take a closer look. So, let's go!
Now before we compare it, let's have a look on what changed. The new watch supports now music playback and it finally has an always on display. Now you won't have to raise the watch to see the time. It still runs Huawei's in-house Light OS, which has its own pros and cons. The biggest pro is of course the battery life. And while the Watch GT2 packs a more sleek design and some new features, battery life is one of the biggest one. Just like with its predecessor, if you're okay with charging your smartwatch every night, then this one isn't for you. But if you don't want to worry about charging and you want really solid sleep tracking, the Watch GT2 is a serious contender. The new watches are powered by the new Kirin A1 SoC and it comes with 5 ATM water resistance. This means that the watch can withstand water resistance at a depth of 50 meters for up to 10 minutes at a time. Connectivity options include Bluetooth 5.1 and GPS. There's also an optical heart rate sensor, fitness tracking and stress monitoring features. It features up to 30 hours of battery life with GPS mode turned on. In a typical everyday scenario, the battery life is up to 2 weeks on the 46mm version and 1 week on the 42mm version. You can also store up to 500 songs on the 4GB internal memory, which has been increased. It also comes with a built-in mic and speaker, so that lets you take calls from your wrist. There are about 15 workout modes on the Huawei Watch GT2 and the list includes running, walking, hiking, cycling, swimming, gym machines, free weight training and much more. The circular dial watch integrates a 3D glass surface and is only 9.4mm thick. You can now directly connect Bluetooth headphones like the Huawei FreeBuds 3 to the watch and leave your phone at home during the workout, which is really cool as well. Also, the display timeout has now been improved and various new settings make the watch more customizable. The watch can display notifications but doesn't show the icon from the app where they are coming from. That means if you get a text message, you can't really easily see which app it's coming from. But it's a good overview to see what's going on your phone. Unfortunately, it's not possible to install additional apps like on Android-based smartwatches, but it's still a great fitness tracker with the Huawei Health app and a super stylish smartwatch for notifications. But yeah, unfortunately there is no payment integration yet, but you do get really good battery life. Overall, you get a new design, a better processor, more settings and features, more workout modes, Bluetooth 5.1 support to connect headphones, and way bigger internal memory and integrated speaker and microphone.
Alrighty guys, so you've seen now what's new in the Watch GT2, but before we do a quick comparison, let's quickly talk about updates. So as you can see, there's a firmware update pending for the GT2. I didn't do it because I want to show you it live on camera, and as you can see, they actually add a lot of features with every firmware update. So firmware updates are coming at the beginning of the life cycle of each product quite often. Now in the past there were not so many updates for the Watch GT, but also updates every few months. So yeah, let's do quickly an update and then let's compare both watches. So guys, the watch has been updated and well, let's have a closer look at the differences. Now first of all, if you have a closer look at the box from the Watch GT, as you can see, it's a very basic box. But if you have a closer look at the box from the Watch GT2, as you can see, it looks more premium. And the same is also true to the watches itself. So let's quickly compare them. Now, first of all, if you have a look at the body, then you can see that the display looks actually bigger on the Watch GT2, but they're the same size, so 46mm with a 1.39-inch OLED display, so pretty much the same, but even though they're the same size, the display looks bigger, and this is due to the smaller bezel on the Watch GT2. As you can see, it's a little bit curved, it's way smaller than the bezel on the Watch GT, and it just looks more premium and makes the display appear bigger. Also here there's a gap between the display and the bezel, as you can see, so the bezel stands a little bit out, and I didn't like that so much, but on the Watch GT2 it's really perfect. Also regarding the bezel design, so as you can see, same engravings and it looks actually the same. Now, if we have a closer look at the side here, then you can see that also the rotating knobs are looking the same. Same position, same size, you can also rotate them. But on the Watch GT2, there's a speaker right over here, so it comes with a built-in speaker. Now on this side, there's just a tiny hole for the microphone on the Watch GT2, but also here looks pretty much the same. Now if we have a closer look here at the back, then you can see we have the same sensors, the same charging contacts. The charging contacts are a little bit bigger on the Watch GT2 than on the Watch GT, but other than that it's pretty much the same. The body is also more circular, having a more premium look than the predecessor. Now the charging accessory, as you can see, looks like this. So a plastic thing which you have to attach to your smartwatch, it's magnetic, and then you just plug it into your computer. There is no wall charge included, just a USB cable and this tray, but it works pretty good and you can charge it from any USB port. Now, let's have a closer look at the strap. Now, I was wearing this one for a year and the strap still looks pretty good, so the strap is really good quality. You can also use the same strap like on the Watch GT on the Watch GT2, so they're the same size, same mechanism, and that's pretty cool. Now, that are the differences from the outside. And now let's have a closer look at the UI itself. So we have some way cooler clock faces right now on the Watch GT2. So if you press and hold, you can actually change them. And as you can see, I really like this one here because it looks like an MKBHD skin or something like that. But also this one here looks really cool. And yeah, we just have here the classic basic watch faces on the Watch GT. You will also be able to change them really easy with an app on EMUI 10. I will follow up you with an update video when my device gets the final EMUI 10 update. And yeah, if you swipe down from the top, you get into that quick menu. Here we have Do Not Disturb mode, show time, which means the screen is always on for 5 minutes. You can set the display timeout on the Watch GT2, but here you just have this option which is called show time, and this is really annoying on the Watch GT. There was no update until now to actually increase the screen timeout, because you have to use an external app from the Play Store to do that, which is really annoying. Now here's Find My Phone, so you can ring your phone, you can here lock the screen, which I've never done. Here we have alarms, so you can quickly set alarms. This is way more useful than locking your watch. And here, well, the battery percentage, Bluetooth status and the date. So let's go quickly to the settings. As you can see, we have a bunch of more settings on the Watch GT2, like earbuds, because you can connect earbuds to the watch. Because you have an internal storage, you can put music on there. When you go out for a walk, you can listen to music by just having a smartwatch. That's pretty cool. Then we have here display settings right over here. We have way more display settings now on the Watch GT, which is really important actually, because you have now the opportunity to increase the sleep timeout, and you don't need any third-party apps for that. So that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, this is not working on the Watch GT, which is a little bit annoying. Then here we have also sounds, because, well, it has an integrated speaker. You can adjust now the vibration strength, which is pretty cool. And Do Not Disturb mode, you can remap the down button, which is also new, and the rest is pretty much the same. So let's go back to the main menu by pressing the top button. If you press the lower button, then you get quickly to workouts, but as I've told you, you can remap that in the settings on the Watch GT2. If we swipe here to the right, you can see your heartbeat. So heart rate monitor with a graph, that's pretty cool. New is the stress level on the Watch GT2. So basically it calculates your stress based on your heart rate, on your activity. Not sure what this is for, but it's kind of useless. Now here you can see the weather. So basically it streams that from your smartphone. Then now here we have the integrated speaker on the Watch GT2, so you can play music. You have here a fully working music player with all controls, and I'll quickly play some music so you can hear it. And this is the Huawei ringtone. So this is, by the way, a maximum volume right now. And the speaker quality is pretty good, to be honest. It's really not bad. So why would you need an integrated speaker on a smartwatch? Well, to do calls, yeah, that's pretty cool. You have an integrated microphone, you can do calls, you can listen to music, you can play back something, but I don't use it very often, to be honest. And here an overview over your steps. Here you can see times you went out for a workout, and yeah. So basically an overview monitor. Then here the clock faces, which I've shown you before, can be changed. That's super easy to do. And let's quickly go back to the menu by pressing the top button once. And here's some new things. So first of all, we have the same stuff at the top. It just looks a little bit different. Some smaller icons, some redesigns here. And yeah, it starts at the top with workout, then goes to workout records, workout status, heart rate monitor, activity tracking, and then it gets a little bit different. So we also have a sleep monitor. I usually wear it when I sleep, so I can check how long I slept. There's the stress monitor, which is new. We have an air pressure sensor. It's also included in the Watch GT2. Breathing exercises is actually new, but yeah, I don't use that at all. Music, because well, you can play and put music on your Watch GT2. Contacts, call log, air pressure, what I've told you before. We have also now a compass. This is also here. Weather notifications, so you can customize your notifications, what you want to see. Stopwatch, timer, alarm, flashlight, and yeah, just very quickly what you can see in the main menu. So the basic functions. You cannot install any applications. You cannot do payments. So this are basically the limitations of the Huawei Watch GT2. If you swipe up from the bottom, you get your messages. So if you get new messages, you can read them here. And yeah, that was just very quickly, an overview over the functions, the basic functions. I don't want to go too in depth because this would really take forever if we're comparing all the apps on the watch itself. So basically for workouts, as you can see, so if you're into sports, you have on the Watch GT2 a lot of more different workout modes. Running, outdoor run, outdoor walk, indoor walk, outdoor cycle, indoor cycle, swimming, open water, climbing, hiking, trail run, blah, 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 blah. And also the heart rate monitor on the Watch GT2 now works underwater. So this is also new on the watch. And especially if you do swimming a lot, then the Watch GT2 is definitely a must-have accessory. It's also waterproof, and yeah, I go swimming with the watch, I take a shower, really. This one here, the Watch GT for 1 year, absolutely no problem. Then let's quickly have a look at the application. So here you can see the Huawei Health application. Just basically what you can see here is an overview over your fitness, over your exercises. You can see here a heart rate monitor with your average heart rate, peak heart rate, lowest heart rate. You can check your sleep time, your average sleep time. As you can see, I really use that quite a lot. And you can see here, for instance, this month I was just not wearing it for a few days when I had another watch. But well, as you can see, 4 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours. So yeah, you can also have here analysis of deep sleep, light sleep, REM sleep. So a lot of data, which actually I don't use, but there are some people who want to track it, and yeah, that's pretty cool. Stress level is also here, which I don't quite understand. For workouts, it looks like that. So you can display your workouts you have done. For instance, I cycled here to buy some drinks from my home here to the gas station, 5 kilometers. And if I go here to speed, I can see my average speed. I can see my heart rate, my average heart rate, maximum heart rate, Then here you can see altitude, and here under details you have at one view everything about your workout activity. And that's really cool because you see everything here in this application. You don't need another application. And I think the Huawei Health app improved really a lot over time. Devices hosts your devices, and under me you can see a profile. You have to log in with a Huawei ID, and there are achievements like 1 million steps or something. So it can really motivate you if you want to do sports, but I was really busy in the last month, so I didn't do quite a lot. Under settings, you also have a few more settings for your watch, and that's basically the Huawei Health application. To be honest, the app is pretty good for fitness, but yeah, it's missing all the applications you can use, for instance, on other on other smartwatches with Android, where you can just download applications out of the store. You cannot do this on the Huawei Watch. They have their own operating system, but for this you get really good battery life, and for sports activity, the Huawei Health app is also doing really good. Alrighty guys, so we're now here at the end of this quick comparison with the Huawei Watch GT2 and the predecessor. Overall, I have to say I really like the Watch GT2. There are some improvements which I absolutely liked, and this is first of all that you can tap to change the design, because I quickly get bored of stuff and then I just tap at it, get a new clock face, a new color. And also the new look is pretty amazing because the smaller bezel makes it appear much bigger, and it looks definitely more outstanding than the Watch GT, even though the Watch GT looked already really cool. Yeah, integrated speaker is nice, GPS is nice. I don't do sports that often, unfortunately, because I'm quite busy. But if you have GPS on, for sure you have to recharge it more often because GPS drains a lot of power. But if you use it as a casual watch, as I do, to wear it actually to all my outfits, it really lasts 14 days, and this is absolutely crazy. Overall, also the new features in the software. Now there are not too many new features, but it's really cool that you get new features. Downsides for me is still that you don't have any payment integration yet, so I would really love to pay with my watch, but I can only do it with my Fitbit watch right now or with some Fossil watches. If a payment processor would be in the watch, that would be really amazing and my most favorite watch of all the time. All in all, both are great smartwatches. If you can get the first generation cheap, then well, do it. But I would definitely go with the second generation because it's not too expensive and it's a really nice watch overall. Alrighty guys, I really hope that you liked this quick comparison. Now let me know your thoughts down below in the description. Let me know what smartwatch you are using, and maybe I can have a closer look at some other watches again in the future. Alright, thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please like it. If you have any questions, down below in the comments. And I'm Steven from Tech Magnet, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a nice day and bye!